Well, we're here in the soup kitchen at Shepherds of Good Hope with Caroline Cox. And Caroline, this is really where everything happens, all the meal prep and all the meal servings. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're serving up to 700 meals every single day here. Under normal non-COVID circumstances, we have up to 25 volunteers here prepping, cooking, and serving. At the beginning of the pandemic, our biggest concern really was overcrowding, because as you can see, it's not a super big space here, and people were very close together, and we knew that that was not sustainable. So with the support of the City of Ottawa, we actually set up an outdoor dining area in our parking lot with some tents and picnic tables, and that got us through the summer months, where we actually saw an increase in meals we were serving, because it was very clear to us that people were experiencing a tough time out there.
And now that the weather has gotten that much colder, we know the winter is coming, you've had to make some major adjustments in here. So let's talk a little bit about that. And the first thing that you really notice when you walk in is the plexiglass that's set up. Can you tell me just a little bit more about this?
So we were able to set that up throughout the summer so that we'd be ready for the colder months. So you can see here we've got a plexiglass divider, so you can see one person here, one person diagonal from them, nobody sitting here. So we're only able to serve 30 at a time. So what we're doing is just kind of turning over the space again and again throughout the day. As someone leaves, we sanitize, someone else comes in. We're trying to cohort the men's shelter and women's shelter clients in their own sitting so that they're not mixing too much. So from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., the staff and volunteers are just constantly going, serving meals.
I want to talk a little bit more about those volunteers who are just so crucial to many aspects here at Shepherds of Good Hope. So Caroline, volunteers are really just so crucial to the organization. Tell me about what you noticed when the pandemic hit and now.
So at the beginning of the pandemic, we saw a drop-off in our volunteer numbers because a large proportion of our volunteers are seniors and are in that high-risk category. But a really inspiring story that came out of it is how many new volunteers, especially young people, we saw stepping up. So some people were existing volunteers who increased their commitment, and others started volunteering with us for the very first time. And it's really been an incredible community that's formed and has allowed us to keep going and keep serving meals. We never stopped serving meals for even one meal this entire pandemic, and we couldn't do it without them.
Just incredible to see. I know the help is always wanted, always needed, always appreciated, and thank you for showing me a bit of what goes on here.